Hope you are having a fantastic day. So now the goal here is to talk about different type of EDC systems. Now I've seen a lot of videos recently about people talking about a tiered EDC system, which I really found over the years that doesn't necessarily work for me. I don't have this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 3. I think everybody has a 1, which I'll talk about. But then for me, everything packed out in this bag, whether it goes in my laptop bag, whether it goes with me on a sling on a vacation, it becomes more of a modular setup. Now, modular also kind of code word for, there's a little duplication here, I'm not going to lie. But generally, I've gone with a modular setup because I can just drop stuff into a sling. I can drop it if I want to go on a weekend trip. It just makes it much easier for me. And I can kind of pull from one bag. Now with kind of all the pouches and stuff I'm accumulating, and I could possibly have multiple setups, kind of some duplication there, just have them stored at home and ready packed. I could have a sling packed out. But then again, I kind of like the first aid kit that I have in here that works great for travel, where you saw the first aid kit in my travel bag. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. And of course, if you like the video, please like, subscribe. I'm going to put some associate links down in there. If you purchase from there, that would be awesome. I really appreciate it. It does go to the channel, so all the net profits will go to getting more gear for the channel, just like I have kind of taken on some free stuff like others have, but I'm doing it because obviously you can't buy all this stuff on your own. So if the little bit of free stuff I've gotten so far, I like taking it because then I can bring more content to everybody and kind of give my true feelings on it. But yeah, if you could use those, that'd be awesome. Enough of that. So yeah, let's get into this thing. So for me, my tier 1 always carries are, of course, a wallet. This will be like tier 1A. I'm always going to have a wallet. 99.9% of the time, I am going to have my cell phone with me. And hopefully this thing does not ring or beep or anything during this video. And I've had problems with the microphone shutting off mid-video, so if you see me look down, I'm just making sure it's still on. And oh yes, this channel, as you can tell, this is totally not AI. There's a lot of AI videos taking over out there. I'm trying to keep this as real as possible, so goofy quirks I have, and all, you get them all. No AI here, so good, bad, or other. And we got my other tier 1 this would be the tier 1B. This obviously if I'm wearing sweatpants or around the house in kind of the lounge pants at night. I do not carry this on person because this has a multi-tool, knife, flashlight, a little precision screwdriver pen, and a pry bar, and then a bit kit and extra contacts, drops, and then of course, because I'm me, it's got some documents in there. So that gets carried on my person on the daily, except for, like I said, on the weekends I'll generally take like the pocket knife out and carry that because I like to be very casual on the weekends and wear sweatpants. So I've got the Maxpedition Falcon II, had some videos on that. Awesome backpack. So my modularity system is, the front pocket, I got some pens. Of course, I've got an Altoids case because I've been doing the tin thing, but I've got the Bluetooth headphones in there, and the tin is crucial for that because even those little headphone pouches that are semi-rigid still manage to turn them on. This on, it's got a little bit sensitive switch on it. That's the only downfall to it. So a mint tin works perfect for that. Of course, got my pocket card with lots of documents. And this is just kind of my fun zero fube pouch that all fits in the front pocket, of course, with just a few random pens. And even though I'm not a carpenter, I do like the carpenter pencils. And let me know how you guys like the lighting as I'm kind of digging through this. As I said, this really is just my Sharpies and stuff. Sharpies and my eyeglasses in this front little pocket. But part 2 of the modular system, try not to laugh. So I have 3 pen cases. Yes, 3. So these are all, actually I really like, I can't wait to do a video on this little pouch. I got the Sharpie S-Gel color set, so that fits all 12 of them in here. Now I did have some as I was going through the garage built Med notebook case. If you can get them on a deal, these work great as pen cases. And I had some Bic gel pens. Bic makes my favorite pen ever, which is the round stick. The S-Gel is really creeping up there. That's kind of my favorite pen right now. But Bic had some gel type pens, and I found them in my thing, and because I just couldn't throw them away because I worked, I'm working on using those up now before I switch back to my S-Gels. I'm very liberally using them up. When I got to cross something out, I really cross it out. But so that's pen case number 2. Pen case number 3 with my Ben Holiday Bourbon sticker on the front. So in here, of course, I've got my mix of round sticks, S-Gels, zebras, and then the small highlighters on the side. So yes, I have duplicate highlighters. Probably could, if I find a better use for this pocket, I could drop the highlighters out. The highlighters had been in my laptop bag, so I just threw them in there. So that is my pen collection. In here, I just have some AirPods. I generally don't use them. I go with the wired ones because I found the AirPods fall out. So I definitely don't use them when traveling. I'll only use the AirPods when sitting at my desk at work because I don't want to lose them anywhere. So in this main compartment, and actually if I didn't want to take the backpack, so part of the modular system, the fun case, kind of the fidget case, that could probably stay in here on the daily if I'm not taking the backpack and I just wanted to throw something in my laptop bag. I would probably throw the S-Gel pouch with kind of the Bics, the zebras, and the highlighters just in the laptop bag. And of course my glasses in here. And in this area, try not to take out the light. So I kind of have a tech pouch. Now, it's not a full tech pouch. I don't have the mouse or the USB-C hub. My work computer only has one USB-A port, which all of my flash drives and everything that I use at work, our instruments we test, are all USB-A. So if I want to use my USB-A mouse, I have to connect via the hub. Also, if I use any USBs, but I do have a tech pouch, got US cables, chargers in here. I do have, apparently I got a small med kit in there. I do have the knife my wife gave me, the Wartech my wife gave me for our anniversary. But yeah, so I have this, and this could easily slip into my laptop bag. And then here was the first aid kit, the Roaring Fire Pico Fire pocket pouch. It's the one that has a credit card slots. So I think the Pro has the vertical and horizontal. This one has a credit card slots, which I use for like wipes, and I've got a little boo-boo kit in the credit card sleeves that go in there. I do have a video somewhere on this. And this is just a random shotgun shell pouch, but I cut out the shotgun shell stuff. And this is where I carry my Earthing EDC pocket cards. As I said, I've got a tube on here that has some duct tape, and this card has saved parts of my truck after I get rear-ended. I have a, what did I end up in the firelight? Did I end up, oh, of course, I have another pocket card with more documents. I should probably double check the pocket card in the front with the pocket card in the back to make sure I don't have any duplicates. And then this is just a straight up little mini toolkit. So I've got that. And out of these, the first aid kit and the tech pouch would probably go in my laptop bag. The first aid kit, I may actually leave that in here since the tech pouch has a small one. This is a little more fully functional, including like a sewing kit and everything. It's just got pretty much everything. It's got, because it's the travel one as well, it's got the wipes, kind of like the Tide to Go or whatever, just the laundry wipes. It's not Tide though, it's Purell or something, or Purex or something like that. And actually, here is the other Roaring Fire pouch. And let's see how badly I... Oh yeah, so I got a pocket knife, a small multi-tool, power pint, just a small precision screwdriver, and then just the Rambler. And I really like first aid kits and just some stuff in there. And then I do have a little pocket scraper in there, which, well, I've never used them for cars, which is I think what they were. I think long time ago my parents' business was giving them out, and they were kind of scrape just light ice off your car window. But actually what they work really nice for, they're just a little plastic card. You can scrape like the gummy stuff off of a surface after you peel off a sticker. And then I got my Maxpedition Mini. Yeah, it's the mini double-decker, kind of a tech kit. Got a multi-tool, you know, a little bit of duplication in here, but I got my Walmart Ozark Grail knife in here. And sorry, I have a habit of when I'm thinking, I shut my eyes. I've got kind of one of those memories. I can think of a name or something. So if you see me shut my eyes and stop talking, it's just I'm trying to think. Then of course got some meds and stuff in here, some eye drops, of course, contacts scattered all about, and my reading glasses, because those definitely come in handy on a daily. And then I have my notorious EDC pouch, which is just kind of a general use pouch with some, actually this is the only pouch that has some Sharpies. So yeah, that is my modular system, like if I were going for a weekend trip. So through the magic of editing, had to deal with Cat, and Cat has diabetes, so had to deal with the insulin, which I had totally mind faded on. So yeah, so for the modular system, like I said, for like a weekend, or it kind of depends. I would grab different pouches out of here, whether we're going hiking, whether we're just going on a weekend trip, just like a driving trip along the Great River Road, along the Mississippi. So kind of the modular system varies day to day, trip to trip. I use pouches on air travel as well. So, I mean, I think you've seen, I don't take my game pouch to work, but I definitely have a game pouch packed out for cruising or just for vacation if we got to stay in a hotel for a weekend trip. So I really kind of like the modular aspect. Do I definitely have some duplication I could cut down on in here? Yes. But the downside to that is I'd have to be smarter about my modularity. So having, you know, a pocket knife in the Notorious pouch, or having one in here in the Maxpedition Mini, if I grab this for the weekend and go, I've got kind of the tools that I need. And I think I actually have a mini multi-tool in here. So I do have a little bit of duplication, but I am okay with that. And then one pouch I don't want to leave out, I found in my laptop bag for work. I, on a whim, not for this holiday, but last holiday season, I picked up these. It was like a 3-pack, and they were ridiculously cheap. And so far, they're actually holding up. I probably used them for 7 months now. They're just basic bags. Now, the interesting thing was when I pulled them out, they were tightly wrapped. They had a fairly fake, I don't know, plasticky, some weird odd scent to them. But once they aired out, they were perfectly fine. And all they are is they've got a pull tab here, so you can kind of set them like this down in the laptop bag. I use a laptop messenger bag, and in them I just carry my hub, my power bank for my laptop, and I don't have the cord in here. If I travel somewhere with a laptop, I would put a cord in, but right now I don't have a cord because I have a cord at home and one just sitting on my desk at work. And then just the mouse going here. And honestly, this little thing works great. I mean, there's no structure to it whatsoever. They fold up flat. So if you only filled it up halfway, you could just kind of taco it shut. They work great. But yeah, so for me, I think even though I've got some duplication in here, I'm okay with that. And actually, I didn't say one of the multi-tools, and I don't know which one, and I feel bad, but one of them is a scissors multi-tool, and one of them's a pliers. And in the pocket card, I have a Leatherman squirt, which honestly, that's kind of special to me because it was a gift from my dad. And with the squirts not being available anymore, it's just a cool tool to have. But yeah, so that is my modular system. There's definitely some pluses to the modular system for grabbing and go on the weekend, but there are the minuses of duplication, but I could make that better. But for me, the system works great, so I really don't want to change it. I like the way the pouches are loaded out. How you want to load yours out, this is all individual to us. If you want to do a tiered system, you want to do a module system, you need to do what works for you, and this is how my brain works, and everybody's brains are different, so go with what you like, but this system works great for me. Take care. Have a good one.